Where Winds Meet recently got a new gameplay trailer at the recent State of Play from PlayStation, and it definitely caught my eye. Let's go through all the details we currently know about the upcoming game. So Where Winds Meet is an open-world action RPG set in ancient China during the 10th century and 10 Kingdom era. Where Winds Meet is currently set to release on PC and PS5 sometime next year. It is being developed by Chinese-based Everstone Studios and has been in development for the past 5 years. The developers have said that the world of Where Winds Meet will be revolved around Wuxia. Quote, Wuxia is a genre of fiction and cinema featuring warriors from ancient China, often shown using superhuman martial arts feats. Think Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or House of the Flying Daggers. So you'll take on the role of a young swordsman or swordswoman as you learn and master these martial arts, while learning various sword techniques as you shape your destiny in this world. So there will be a combination of melee combat and swordplay, so possibly various different skill trees for each area. There is also various different weapons confirmed to be in the game, such as a spear, sword, fan, dual blades, umbrella, and a glaive. These are common weapons associated with Chinese warriors, and potentially more to come. These before mentioned martial arts skills can also be acquired by observing and mimicking animals throughout the world, such as breathing fire like a dragon, or roaring like a lion. So it sounds like we'll have the opportunity to learn various skills as we navigate this big open world, whether that be through quest lines or maybe a certain landmark or feature we stumble upon. Next up, I would like to say a quick thanks to today's video sponsor, Awesome Remote Desktop. One thing I do love is being able to play games anywhere, anytime, and something that helps great with that is today's sponsor, Awesome Remote Desktop, and its fantastic game mode, allowing me to play games like No Rest for the Wicked at any time, remote controlling my PC from my phone. Awesome just needs to be installed on both devices, log into the same account, add your device to the device list, and you're good to go for remote control. Awesome Remote Desktop is available on iOS, Android, and Windows, with links in description. Awesome Remote Desktop is available in 3 tiers. With the free tier, you can connect to your PC from your mobile device, allowing you to remote control and even transfer files. With me working in IT, this is very helpful if you forget to do something on your PC and need quick, reliable access. The Pro tier allows for Android phone support and CMD for more experienced PC users. And the Game tier allows you to play games remotely with an adjustable virtual keyboard supporting up to 144 frames per second to allow for gaming anywhere, anytime. Awesome Remote Desktop also sells smart plugs that allow you to power on your PC remotely with one click and safely power off when you're done for fast, easy access. And you can try Awesome Remote Desktop now to see if it's for you. Click the link in the description and use this code for a 7-day trial of the Game tier. Be quick though, as this only works for the first 200. And if you enjoy it, Awesome Remote Desktop is having a sale with Game and Pro tiers, 40% off. Awesome Remote Desktop is a quick and easy way to play games remotely, and thanks to Awesome for sponsoring this video. So we have martial arts, we have various weapon skills, but how will this combat play out? So from what we have seen so far, it definitely looks like they're placing an emphasis on a faster paced combat system, with a parry and counter focus, with martial arts playing a big role in each of these skills. Some comparisons are being drawn to Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, with its similar parry focus and big boss battles, although the comparison to Sekiro stops once we see the world of Where Winds Meet. So unlike Sekiro with a more linear nature, the world of Where Winds Meet is going to be big, open and vast, offering many different things, such as different regions, with 20 different regions listed in the store listing, each with their own theme, historical and cultural landmarks based off Chinese history, NPCs in various different areas that will have their own quest lines and their place in the world, various different puzzles throughout the world, some straightforward and what you'd expect to see in games such as this, or maybe even environmental traversal puzzles. With a quote from the developer on these puzzles, your character might use the mystical power of Qing Gong to run up sheer cliffs or across the shimmering surface of water at high speed. So along with various combat stuff that you can do, you'll also have the ability to use skills for environmental traversal and get around the world much quicker. The world will also offer various different stories from NPCs, side quests, or quests that are part of the main quest line. And also Wuxia areas that indicate that these stories will be separate and where you can focus on possibly gaining these superhuman martial arts abilities. There is also a hint of dungeons with possible co-op elements. It's always good to see dungeons, and it looks like Where Winds Meet will have these with various enemies and themes, with likely a unique boss at the end. I'll touch on the multiplayer and online features in a bit later in this video, but it does appear dungeons will have a solo and co-op option available. So this all sounds great and exciting to see the world that can be drawn up. Big open worlds can be a bit too big and stumble over themselves, especially if they're overloaded with markers or just a lot of fluff that doesn't need to be there. So here's hoping they can create a big, meaningful world. Next up, we did see various bosses and enemies in the gameplay trailer, such as a giant fish coming out, various other human enemies that appear to have their own supernatural martial arts powers. These all look great from what we've seen so far, and we can expect more enemies and bosses based off Chinese mythology. So details around the online play and co-op haven't been fully confirmed and may be subject to change, but Where Winds Meet can be played entirely solo, or has the option for playing with up to 3 friends in multiplayer, as shown in the PlayStation Store listing. PvP is also confirmed in the store listing, but not much other details are said, apart from that we are definitely getting PvP of some variety. Next up, looking at the story for Where Winds Meet. It does appear to be a big focus for the game, though Everstone have said that this period provides a lot of opportunity for storytelling, and also the option to learn more about the history in this era, and possibly having the opportunity to shape things yourself. So Where Winds Meet did have a closed beta early in the year, with some details releasing on what the game had. So this info can't be fully confirmed as it is just anonymous Reddit posts, but one such example said that the combat was definitely similar to Sekiro with a parry focus and had a tight combat system. Although apparently the game did seem a bit overloading with game systems during its opening hours, whether that be too text-based heavy or just not explaining things too well. One thing people did notice is that other activities did seem to have their own currency, which may be a red flag depending on how you look at it, as if there is multiple different currencies, there may be an addition of microtransactions in the future, but take all this with a grain of salt as this was a closed beta and all this stuff may change greatly, so we'll see when the game comes out or gets further to release. Where Winds Meet is releasing on PS5, and rightfully so, they are looking to support the DualSense controller. Quote, "We will of course be optimizing the game control for PlayStation and for the PS5 DualSense controller, allowing users to navigate the martial arts mysteries and moves for a seamless and unforgettable adventure." So all of this does sound promising. A grand open world based on Chinese history, full of opportunities for exploration, learning supernatural martial arts, and a combat system that is fast, frantic, and has a tight parry combat focus. Of course, we'll get more details over time, such as with the multiplayer and the game overall, but I'm excited to see what else is to come. Let me know in the comments what you think so far. I'll be sure to keep an eye on this as we get closer to release. Be sure to like and subscribe for more looks at games in the RPG and Soul space, such as this. You've been watching J-Dog Supreme.